The reason why you're failing SMMA could come down to the simplest thing, such as your offer. If your offer is not constructed correctly, everything else will go wrong. Your outreach will go wrong, your sales will go wrong, your clients won't give a shit about you because your offer is dog shit. And it's the initial pillar that needs to be constructed to perfection in order for everything else to flow easily. So if you have a good offer, your outreach will be 10 times easier, your sales process will be 10 times easier as well. So you'll be able to close a lot more clients. I'm going to show you guys the secret way of constructing an offer and how to actually improve your current offer. So if you already have an offer, this is the perfect video for you to learn how to improve it and make an irresistible offer. All right, guys. So me and Charles have made Charles has made this presentation that I thought was really good and really insightful. So you wanna share your screen?
Yeah, if you just enable it. There we go. All right, go to the first one here. So the structure of this call is we're going to run through this presentation. I'll explain it all. And then at the end, if you have any questions or any sort of extra insightful input you want to add, feel free to contribute. So yeah, let's kick it off. The third door approach. What is the third door approach, you may ask? Well, this is essentially a theory and a outlook on sort of business and so the way you approach things. So it's actually a really great book. I highly recommend you all read it. It's called The Third Door Approach by this man here, Alex Banayan. And yeah, so it's rooted from the idea that success is often come from unconventional paths. Now, what he means by this is that there's always three doors to every scenario, every situation, every goal. So he's the analogy of a nightclub. There's always the initial queue, which is for, the people that begin with the ticket that they bought online and they're kind of all huddled together, hot and sweaty in the queue waiting to get in. You've then got the second door. This is for the VIPs, the owners of the club, sort of the more important people as such. But then he talks about the third door. Now, the third door is essentially the less obvious and unconventional path to success. However, this is the door that you all need to be aiming to go through. Okay, so the third door in the nightclub scenario could be an open window that leads to the kitchen, and then you make friends with all the kitchen staff, and then you get to sneak your way into the back of the club, and you get to experience the club without having to go through the conventional front door as such. So the reason why I think this is so important, and especially in the business aspect, is because you can't take the same route as everyone else if you want to end up in a different final destination, right? So if everyone's going one way, you want to try and pick and choose your path to essentially take you to where your goal is without having to essentially mimic other people, because you're only going to get to where they are, and you want to obviously go above and beyond that. So I guess the key principles of the story are you need to think creatively. You think outside of the box, find new and innovative ways to achieve your goal. So for lead generation, could that be targeting LinkedIn? Because everyone's targeting DMs, for example, on Instagram. Could that be a new cold email approach? Could that be a new cold call script that you don't think people are using that you haven't found on YouTube? That kind of thing. Determination. So I'll go into a little story about the determination side of things, but obviously you need to be persistent and overcome any obstacles that come your way, because success isn't a straight line. You've probably seen many graphs. It's up and down, but eventually over time, you do reach your end goal. Networking, you need to realize the power and value that is networking, strong relationships, networks, organizations that all work together simultaneously to, achieve a desired outcome.
Guys, if I'm being honest, like most of what I've built has come down to networking and networking alone. Like if I can give you guys examples, I don't know if you guys saw my new video on the lawyers, which I just started, and I was instantly able to close a client. That was thanks to Joel. Joel is one of my mentors, and he helped me with the idea. He helped me build my offer, and from there I took it. But he still helped me with the initial idea and generation. So networking was really important for me then. Also, like for example, like people like Thomas is helping me with my SaaS, and he just helps me with other stuff. And for example, Charlie Morgan, he also helped me with improving my show rate. So like knowing people who are on your level or above or even below your level can still help you in having different perspectives. So networking is really huge and really underestimated.
Definitely. Yeah. So networking is a huge thing. It's essentially the modern day credit of what was, going to a new town back before the internet was a thing. You really need to build up your sort of spider web of connections. You've got a guy for this, guy for that. you know, a go-to VA or a go-to person for websites, anything like that, having a great, strong network is invaluable.
And that's something that you guys can do like right now. My bad, Charles, for interrupting, but
That's okay.
like you guys can literally go on the Discord right now and meet other Origins members who are better than you at a certain aspect, and you're probably going to be better than them at something else, right? And you guys can interchange information, help each other out with different things. And that's literally, instead of having to learn it, you instantly get access to the information of what's currently working, and you skyrocket up. That's literally the best way to scale.
100%. Yeah, I'm sure you'll meet some cool people that, you know, have a skill that you didn't even know they had. So just by networking, you can discover that. And then yeah, so I'll just, before I go into how to implement, I'll tell you the story that Alex actually mentions in the book. And essentially, he wanted to go to this networking event. So it was a huge event. Ticket prices were $10,000-$15,000 or something, huge, like a sort of Tony Robbins style event. But Richard Branson and a few huge names are speaking there. And at the time, he was 18, completely broke, but super determined. This is where the determination comes in. So instead of just, you know, trying to save up, work a job, slave away for the whole summer to afford a ticket, what he did is he looked at every single every single organizer of the event's email, sent them all an email, just seeing if there was anything that he could possibly do that would be of value to them to then give him access to that event. Obviously, he sent probably 50 emails, didn't quite get any response. So he thought, oh, what else could I do? And what he did is he turned to a different platform where the same people were still active, but had far less engagement. And so he went on LinkedIn and he actually connected with the organizer who was in charge of all the chairs and all of the leaflets for the event. He went to them and said, I will go to the event the day before, stack all the chairs, hand out all the leaflets, set up all the stools, have everything ready for you, if I can just get some sort of a ticket to the event and you know, be able to attend. And luckily enough, one of the people who was in charge of the leaflets said, yeah, that'd be great. We could really do with a helping hand. And little did he know that, having sort of taken that third back door into the event, he then had an interview with Richard Branson. 4 years later, he was a millionaire, all from the insights that he gained from that 2-3 hour business networking event that he would not have had access to otherwise, because of the sheer cost and everything. So you really need to shape the way that you approach business from an outsider view, but also from the view that other people aren't sort of taking. So essentially, when you're applying this to your agency, you need to be different, but obviously still do the correct processes, but you need to sort of tailor the way you think and sort of attack different goals and outcomes and whatnot. So Tura, I know you probably you sort of resonate with this a bit, with how you structure your agency and sort of how you plan and think about your next move and whatnot. So you're always staying ahead of the curve. Do you want to talk on that?
Yeah, so I can give you guys a couple of examples. You don't have to do the same thing that I did. Obviously, the whole idea here is to do something different, right? But for example, for lawyers, I wasn't just going to offer ads, because then I would be in competition with absolutely everyone else, right? I had no real advantage other than having some sort of starting capital. So what I thought was, you know, I can offer VA placements, since I'm, you know, a really good outreacher, and hiring VA, setting up teams, systems, scaling is something that I'm considered good at. So I decided to build those teams and offer VAs for lawyers, since I know that they are extremely busy people. And what I did was I connected with someone through networking, and that person had a brother who was a lawyer. And I decided to do a free trial, not really a free trial, but just kind of like a free client, giving away a placement, a VA placement for that lawyer. He was extremely happy, and I was instantly able to get a testimonial right off the bat, right before I started running ads or anything. And I used that as leverage. So the idea here is doing something different, right? Instead of doing ads, I decided to go VA placements, right? Because SMMA, the traditional route is usually ads, but you can offer anything that helps that business get more clients. It doesn't have to directly be through ads. You can offer something else and utilize ads as well. But yeah, in this case, I could upsell the lawyers on ads and other things like that. But this was my entryway with zero competition. And I was able to accomplish that at fast and at scale through my network, which allowed me to get that quick testimonial. And then another thing that I'm starting now is SaaS. I've been planning this for a few months, but it's a bit complicated to get out because there's code involved, and you know, it's an actual software, and everyone knows software isn't that easy. But you guys can take Thomas as an example. He started his SaaS, and the reason why people are starting so much SaaS is because it requires less work, ongoing work, and also the retention increases by a lot. So SaaS is typically lower ticket, like usually under $1,000, probably like around 500-ish. And the retention is much higher because clients are able to gain way more out of it rather than, you know, paying like 2-3K per month, right? So the idea is just to retain the clients for longer, and then the lifetime value adds up to way more than if you were to do, you know, the traditional SMMA route.
Yeah, exactly. And so how you can sort of implement this is thinking of every single stage of your agency journey, but how can you do it slightly differently and more effectively than other people? So outreach is a huge topic. People are always sort of trying to find the best outreach methods, automate outreach, things like that. But it's always good to step back and think, what are people not doing? So one thing could be in-person walk-ins. You know, if you're targeting local businesses, potentially you could make a note of 15 of the local plumbers or electricians, chiropractors in your area, and just pay 4 or 5 of them a visit in person. I can guarantee you people aren't, you know, going out of their way to go to these businesses, present them with, say, I don't know, 3 or 4 pages of printed out planning and whatnot, and going to them, proposing to them in person, where they can't exactly hang up, they can't, you know, not reply to email. They're kind of already establishing that barrier that you're not a stranger anymore, and you're actually, you know, a viable person in the local area offering your services. The same thing could be, you know, you might want to post in your local town's Facebook group, for example. Now, I'm sure there's some rules on, you know, job posting and stuff in there, but there's all these little avenues that you can take that I guarantee you the sort of standard agency isn't taking. And so if you can kind of nestle into these avenues and find ways that you can effectively, you know, implement your strategies into these small crooks that are sort of cheating the system a little bit, you'll find it'll be so much easier to excel. And that's one thing that is, you know, huge on choosing your niche. You sort of see all these big niches, med spas and gyms and stuff, and you think, oh yeah, that looks great fun. But you need to think, how many emails are these businesses receiving each day, pitching them ads, pitching them, you know, social media management, all of these sort of generic sort of services that people are offering. But what you might not find is, you know, someone who does art classes or cooking courses, or someone that is primary job is to go and inspect homes to make sure their fire safety, you know, checks are in place, things like that. There's some really niches out there. And so instead of sort of tunnel vision on, you know, what's working on YouTube, what you see the sort of the main niches to be, you can always tailor your approach through a different outreach avenue, and then a different niche, and then a different offer, so that you're not sort of driving each other into the ground with, oh, we'll run your ads, but we'll run your ads and we'll do the lead call up. We'll run your ads, we'll do the lead call up and book your appointments. Instead, you're finding another way to provide value to the market without really having to sort of do anything more complex. You're just thinking through that third door. So yeah, it's essential when sort of trying to implement the third door strategy into your mind, is that you look around you, see what you've got, see what you can use, see what you can utilize. If you've got access to an internet connection, there's so many ways that you can, you know, stand out from the crowd and also get your foot in the door that you might not have thought of before that. And yeah, so be resourceful and obviously persistent, and that's sort of the main approach with this third door analogy. So I guess one of the key takeaways for this is obviously take action. After this, if you can, just get a notebook and think, right, what's my offer? What's my niche? How can I get this in front of the right people that I want to get in? Because a lot of mistakes that people do make when they're first starting out is they focus so much on the products, right? They want the absolute perfect system in place, you know, perfect onboarding process, template, everything all, you know, pristine. But then second time founders, there's a joke that they focus on where the traction is going to come from for their product, and then they focus on the product later. Now, this is similar in the whole outreach before service delivery. However, you do want to have a good service in place so that if, you know, a client does appear to come around from your outside of the box thinking, you've got something obviously to offer them that you know works. But it's essentially, yeah, making sure that you know what your system that you're offering is would obviously provide the person or the business with enough value that they're not going to say no. And also you found a way in for them to sort of hear you out a bit more than just your typical cold email, cold call, that kind of thing. So yeah, if you can try and formulate, sort of that third door approach to each step of your agency, each, key pillar in service delivery, fulfillment, outreach, that kind of thing. And you'll see, hopefully some big changes in success and whatnot. So yeah, if you've got any questions or anything to contribute, speak out and we'd like to hear them.
Thank you, Charles. That was awesome. I think that we should try and implement this right now into someone's business. Someone in this call.
Let's do it. That'd be awesome.
All right, awesome. Who wants to kind of, do this third door thing right now? All right, Marathon, let's go. Unmute yourself.
Perfect.
Hey.
Awesome.
Yo, what's up?
Hey,
You wanna,
so I
are you
think
asking a
about
question?
no.
Okay.
I'm talking about the third door thing.
Mhm.
So I was reading the Grant Cardone's 10x rule book. So I noticed that he was calling, so my niche is e-commerce, by the way. He was calling all of the customers of his clients after they leave the store. And I think that I should do it in my e-commerce clients. And maybe I can grab their phone number, and after they leave the store in online, I can call them and maybe I can offer them a discount code for them to come back and do shopping, maybe.
Yeah.
For the people who didn't buy, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I would maybe not do calling. I don't know if that's a bit too I don't know if people would feel like they're being tracked. But I would maybe do something like an email, because I know those are
Email?
pretty popular. Because you can automate
Yeah.
that. Like if someone doesn't buy after checkout,
I actually already sent emails about the brand of my client, but maybe if I can call them in the action of it after they leave the store after 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But yeah, it will be like tracking. So yeah, I might think about it.
Yeah, let us know how it goes.
Because
It's a good idea.
how did you get the phone number of these people?
Same as email. I didn't get them. I was planning to. Same as email. I'm going to when I enter my client's e-commerce site, there will be a pop-up that wants their email and phone number and give them a discount code or
Okay.
something. Yeah.
That's good. Thinking outside the box there.
All right, let's do one.
Perfect.
Who wants to do it? Marathon, Mateo, anyone?
Yeah, I can do it. Why not?
All right, cool. You want to kind of run us with where you at right now?
So
or what you're offering?
So for now, I'm offering Facebook ads, funnel creation, and email marketing. I don't get any money from the clients. I only get a setup fee and then a commission from the return on ad spend. That's my niche is e-commerce.
And then what? Ad spend?
And a
percentage?
commission from the return on ad spend. Yeah.
Commission from ad spend? What do you mean?
Return on ad spend. ROAS.
Ah,
From the profit.
Yeah.
ROAS or ROI?
ROAS, probably.
That's interesting because ROAS is still revenue.
Yeah.
It's not...
I actually think about calculating the ad profit. Oh, sorry, calculating the profit margin of the client.
100%. Find out what they're...
I talked to one of the accountants that I know, and he said that it was a private information, and he said that I shouldn't be getting that information. That's why.
I don't know. I think you should be able to. You just need to.
If you're gonna work with them, you're trying to make them money, you need to understand their business.
Yeah, you need to know how much can you spend so they're profitable.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe if you are if you think that I can do it, then I should try it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. So what do you think that you could do for a different approach?
Maybe, as I said, I can call, but you said it was tracking, so it will not be great.
No, I definitely think it's good, but I definitely think you should try it. I'm just saying that's how I would feel, but I don't know about most people, right?
Just hop off the site and then boop, boop. You're like, why'd you leave? I don't want to buy anything. You buy something now.
Maybe I should try, yeah.
But you could always, you know, ping their message with 10%, 20% voucher for them to use. Because I've had that before where you go on a website, you add something to your cart, but then you don't finish the purchase. And then, you know, an hour later you get, we noticed you left this in your cart. And then they give you like a $5 discount, and it's there to entice you to complete your purchase. So something like that could definitely work.
I actually give them a discount code when they fill out their information, fill out their email. So
Yeah,
but
that's perfect.
I might try that too. Yeah.
Cool.
That's
what
how,
else?
you know, everything works.
What else?
The
What
value.
else?
It's quite a lot already, because email marketing itself is, you can go like really deep
Yeah,
on that,
Yeah.
100%.
for example.
You're right. What does email marketing, you know, include for you?
So I send 2 emails per week in the beginning. I might like do it more when we work together for a long time.
2 emails.
Yeah,
What do you mean 2 emails?
2 emails. I'm sending the emails, so
Bro,
I was thinking about 2
manually.
emails a week. Is it too low?
I think you could have flows already set up automatically.
You need more than 2, bro.
bro,
Yeah, like
email,
abandoned car, email
any
sequence.
like cold calling, DM outreach, you should be doing like minimum like 50 a day, but email, you need to do like
No.
150 a day, bro.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
For the client, right?
like
You're talking.
yeah, for the clients.
For each individual client.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not the client, it's your client's client. You have to say that.
Yeah, my client's client. So for my clients, I couldn't do email outreach because I couldn't warm up my email, but I'm planning. I have 3 accounts right now to send email in Instagram, and I'll send 50 in each of them, so 150 DMs per day.
Okay. But let's talk about fulfillment.
So for right now, I have 2 media buyers to test them.
All right. Are you able to also call them?
Call the customers or call the e-commerce, my potential clients?
Your client's client. Fulfillment. So let's
Yeah,
say
I can call them with a Skype number. I'm from Turkey, so
Yeah.
like it will seem like a scam because it is not the same as the.
who are these people? Are they people who are interested from the ads? Is it people who who is this? Who are you sending those emails to?
I'm sending those emails that grab their discount code in the e-commerce site.
And did they use it?
Just grab them. It is not necessary. I'm just emailing them about the events, maybe special events, maybe if there's not a special event, maybe
Okay.
I can provide discount code.
So if they give you like the name and email, then you can follow up with, say, you know, a discount code for signing up to the newsletter type thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. Yeah, because it's an incentive for people to, you know, sign up to the newsletter, and then as a reward, you know, they can have discount code or a giveaway entry, something like that. That works pretty well.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good.
You will do maybe SMS marketing instead of calling.
SMS marketing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I should.
so for abandoned cards mainly, or really crazy offers.
Yeah. Abandoned
Is
carts.
there any great tool for SMS marketing other than Go High Level? Because I know Go High Level.
No, I know for e-commerce I know, but it's from Spanish, from Spain, I think. SMS Bump. I think I don't know. Maybe you should have a check because I'm not that updated.
Okay. I'm going to note it and I can take a look at it.
There'll be some Shopify apps.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and about the email, to be honest, well, in Turkey because I previously what I was doing basically I was doing e-commerce full time. So the email marketing, I think if you could set up like 2 flows, so basically you set up everything once with the times this day this, and then the other if they don't do, it's like a on Go High Level. You should be able to find videos YouTube about that. So one main flow that you should set up is the abandoned cart flow. So it should be with email and maybe SMS. So you're not saying, hey, I do email marketing. No, you will sell it as, hey, if we have the email and phone number of these people, we'll be following up with them, like right at 5 minutes after they leave the abandoned cart, then 12 hours later, and then 2 days later. So basically,
Yeah.
they have
So
a higher chance.
I use ClickFunnels for the funnel and the email marketing, and I actually don't know how to set up like when they leave the cart or when they do an action, like
be honest,
automation.
Are they
I
using
wouldn't-
Shopify?
For what?
Your
Oh,
clients?
for funnel. No, I'm using ClickFunnels
No,
to
your
create a funnel.
clients. They're using Shopify, right, to sell their stuff. You're doing
Yeah,
e-commerce.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, you can
Shopify.
set that up on Shopify. You can automate the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
probably do SMS. You can probably set up to where an abandoned cart sends you a message saying, "Hey, this person abandoned their cart. Like, here's their phone number. Call them."
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
no for that.
for email marketing as well. Like, if other than calling them, if they abandon their cart, you can also automatically make it so they get an email saying like, "Hey, I saw that you abandoned your cart. Here's a quick discount code for like 30%. If you complete
Yeah,
your
I
purchase."
should do that. If Shopify has that like
Yeah.
feature.
They do 100%. And I'm pretty
Okay,
confident they
okay.
have SMS one probably too. But
Okay,
you should
that's
try
great.
voicemail drop too. You could be like, "Hey, like I noticed that you just abandoned your cart. Give me a call back like whenever you can. We have like this crazy offer for you, so let me know." Something like that. You can just record yourself saying that and then send that voicemail drop to every single person who does it.
From SMS or from
Yeah.
another?
Yeah, so it
Okay.
sends them like a little voice message pretty much.
Yeah, awesome. I should try that. Yeah. You are going to upload the recording of this video to the chat, right? So I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
like take the screenshot. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. What else? Are you able to do no setup fee?
Me?
Are you tracking when they make okay, let me think. Are you tracking when they get a sale from you?
So yeah, basically from Facebook ads, I can track it.
Okay. That's not very accurate. You should find somewhere to track it differently. Because I know that
triple whale, I think is one.
yeah,
triple whale.
yeah, something like that.
What's his name?
Hyros H. I know how to call it.
Type it in the
Okay.
chat. Type it in the chat.
Yeah, better.
But I know that Facebook can be inaccurate, and then you could be losing out on money or getting paid too much where it doesn't make sense for the business. Triple whale I know is a known
Triple
one.
whale is a little bit cheaper, I think.
Okay, so
are you able to do no setup fee?
So
then,
the setup fee for actually the ClickFunnels expert, I was going to give all of the setup fee to the ClickFunnels expert, but if it is on Shopify, I might be able to do it. So yeah,
so here's what you're gonna do. Here's what you're gonna do. If you need to do a setup fee to cover your expenses, then you say that. So the setup fee is just to cover the software. Okay.
Okay.
And then instead of doing a ROAS percentage, you just do a royalty. So a percentage per sale that they make. So if their product costs $100, you could say, okay, cool, give me like $5, $10 per thing that I sell for you. You get what I mean? Because then there's absolutely no risk. But in order to do this, you need to know how much profit they make per product. Because once you know that, okay, if I take $10, they're going to be making $20, $30, $40, right?
But here's the problem. How can I trust them? Like if they say 10%, I have 10% profit margin, but in the reality, they have 20%.
Because you're not going to tell them this until you. So the way you conduct a call is you first need to learn everything about their business.
And then I tell them
if they're not willing to be open with you and communicate with you their numbers, you cannot help them. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
You're not going to tell your offer after, because then, yeah, they can lie. But I mean, you can probably still figure something out. Like there's softwares out there to calculate that for certain products, or you can just literally find their product, right?
Yeah. I will actually look at the industries, like the market's profit margin, and then maybe I can predict something about it. And I can ask the client. And yeah.
So the way you explain this is the setup fee is just to cover the software. So you're not making any money. You're working for free. And you're only getting paid every time they make money. That's the way you have to say it. And the money that you're going to make, that they're going to pay you, is going to be less than what they make. So every time you make them money, you just get a little cut, a little piece. They're going to basically make free money off you.
Yeah. So what about I do like not a commission from every product they sold, but a commission from the profit they made in overall. Like I can
that's harder because that involves trust, because this you can track by yourself.
But still I need to profit margin.
But maybe you can track, because if you know how much are you spending, you know how much is got the product, then you know how much you spend to acquire the customer, and you know what's.
But about taking the ad profit, we need to just.
I wouldn't do that, bro, because then there's more complications involved, like their fees, their processor fees, shipping fees. Like they're gonna throw that on you, and then they're not gonna tell you the exact number, because they're not gonna tell you that stuff.
Yeah, you're right. So I should take a commission from a cut from the per product, right?
Yeah, like if the product is $100 and they make $70, you can literally take 10 to 15 even for yourself.
Yeah, it would be great. Yeah,
I mean, it's e-commerce, so it's gonna be like 40 profit.
Yeah, maybe even 20 profit.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like realistically, this is what you could do. This is probably like the easiest way to explain it to them, because even if you say something like profit sharing or rev share, it's more complicated. But that's definitely the route you take once you start scaling and you're working with people long term and you have more testimonials and stuff. That's what I would recommend. And the last thing that I want to add to your thing is a guarantee. Like if you're able to guarantee X amount of sales, then you're literally set.
So yeah, I should guarantee, but I don't know my like media buyer's capability of making sales. So I think I should get one client with all of these, and then I can like guarantee some sales amounts according to the media buyer's results.
Cool. What would you guarantee? How much?
If my media buyer gets, like, I'm giving an example, 20 sales, I would probably guarantee like 10 or 15.
To be honest, being from an e-commerce background, people don't care about how many sales you can generate.
Yeah,
people care about how profitable. I know that one guy had like a TikTok ad agency, and his guarantee was positive ROAS, or profitable. Basically, that it's profitable or you don't pay. So
yeah, you would have to guarantee like an X number of ROAS or X number of ROI. That's usually what people guarantee for this. But I'm just gonna leave that there. You don't have to really do that right now if you want to get your client first. I would recommend just doing it anyways. But yeah,
okay, what should I do if I can't like do it?
What if I can?
Yeah, okay.
You just have to cover the software. That's literally it.
Yeah.
But if you fail, you already gained the experience, you already gained the knowledge, and you know what to improve on next.
Yeah, okay.
So boom, that's your kind of like before and after. This is gonna get you like way more sales, bro. I promise you.
Okay. I will tell you the like process.
What do you mean? How it goes?
Process of me. Yeah, how it goes, yeah.
Cool. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, that's the challenge for next week.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, let's do some Q&A while I write this out. Gaji, what's up, man? Can you guys hear him?
Yo, hello?
Yo, what's up, man?
Yeah, so basically before this, like I was, running just a traditional SMMA for, I think we talked about it, for wedding photographers, right? And it was going like not so bad. The ads were doing good, but I think the issue that I found was just that with a lot of other wedding photographers, ads were just like not an insane amount of value. So what I'm trying to move over now is something kind of similar to basically like SaaS. Just it is SaaS with a service. So it would be like email marketing one, and then FB ads. And also just another thing that we would do would be that like we would close the deals for them, which is something that a lot of people I've talked to so far are liking. So like, because wedding like I would basically pitch the fact that I have sales experience and this, and then just close the deals for them, and then take a commission of the deals that I'm closing.
Yeah, I think that's a way better approach than Facebook ads. That's already like that's an improvement. Like that's way different than what a normal person would offer.
Yeah, so my only issue right now is just like figuring out how much I should be charging commission wise, and like because I also need money to cover because I don't have like capital right now, so I need money to like cover up for Go High Level 2.
Okay. Then why don't you just use your first client's retainer to cover it?
Because I'm on like a guarantee right now. In the first month it didn't go so well, so I don't have anything yet. But
so like if you don't deliver, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Take out a loan or something. Are you
Yeah,
able
I
to do
think
that? Just ask someone for a loan.
Yeah, it's probably what I'm gonna have to do, like parents or something. I'm under 18, so it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but we'll see.
Yeah, just ask one of your friends, ask one of your parents. Just be like, hey, like, just you'll probably lose all your money, but like, it's worth the risk, right?
Yeah, I'll see.
You honestly only need one working client to.
Yeah, exactly.
I think so.
I just want to see if like you think it's a good idea just to charge like do SaaS and switch from SMMA, because it's so like I feel like everyone is doing ads, and it's kind of like I feel like everyone knows how to do ads nowadays. You know what I
mean? Yes and no, because I could offer ads to someone and make it work perfectly fine. I think that this is like the main reason why it doesn't work, is because people aren't implementing this step, which is making it different than what other people are offering, right? Like you could see tons of people offering this, but you're not going to see anyone offering this.
Yeah.
So I think that if people make this simple change and improvement, who's going to say no to like a zero risk offer that has like basically no upfront money? And if you even want to go further, you can say we cover the setup fee. You just have to pay us every time we make you money. Who's going to say no to that, right?
Yeah.
But can you sell something on eBay or some website and earn money for Go High Level? I'm not sure what you mean, but dude,
I think he's saying
for Gazzy.
Yeah. I think he's saying that like I could resell things to get money to cover High Level.
Not only resell. Maybe you have some thing in your house that you don't use. Maybe you can sell it, or
yeah. No, I think that's what I'll probably do. I'll probably just pick up like a small little side hustle, or like maybe get a job for the next few little.
A lot of people work jobs to afford it.
I think that's what
and
I'll
then
do.
Eventually it replaces the job.
All right, I just wanted to see if it was like your opinion on it. Thanks.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. Keep asking questions. I'm going to send you guys this file and I'm going to upload it. The challenge is to improve on your previous one through this, this backdoor challenge thing. And whoever has the best improvement, not the best offer, your offer doesn't have to be the best one, but whoever can improve the best from before and after of your offer wins. So Marathon, if you want to improve on yours even further, go for it 100%. Just create a copy of this and then edit it.
Yeah, I created.
Because I think there's always room for improvement, right? Just depends how far you want to go.
Exactly.
All right, who's got more questions? Christoph.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. What's up?
I have a question for Murathan. I wanted to ask if he does the SMMA in English to English, or if he sells his services to a English-speaking country, or if he does it in his native language. Because I'm not from an English-speaking country and I can't really speak English, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm not from an English country too. I'm from Turkey, but yeah, I only sell to English countries.
Okay.
Hey, so my question is, there's a lot of people, a lot of gurus saying that e-commerce is too saturated and you don't have a chance. You have zero chance in succeeding in e-commerce. What do you think about it?
I think there's a lot of competition for outreach within e-commerce, but then again, it's one of the most rewarding ones, because if you can set up a revenue share or a profit share deal and you actually know what you're doing, so there's no reason to fail, right? Because if you have a successful e-commerce store and you know how to promote it, then you're literally earning as much as as they scale. The more they scale, the more you earn.
Yeah, actually, I was planning to I was not planning. I set it up to set up, and I'm going to shoot videos for TikTok and Instagram Reels to drive traffic to my social media marketing
Organic.
agency. Yeah, short form content.
100%, bro. I 100% recommend that. Yo, Mateo.
Yep. So to be honest, I don't have an agency yet because I'm setting up my business, but I'm a little bit overwhelmed because I have a few options to offer, and I don't know what will be the best way to go about it. So basically, one of the offers that I'm thinking about is basically like an Alex Hormozzi back in the day type of offer. So you don't pay me anything. I pay for the ads.
Yeah.
I do the funnels. I set the appointments, and maybe the selling, it will be on their side, just that. And then I take a percentage of the revenue that they generate. So I understand that could be one of the first offers. Then the second offer that I'm thinking is, hey, I guarantee you 2 installations and you pay me only after I set up the installation. So you just pay the ad spend and I set up the appointments. What else? Yeah, and the third one is not even, it doesn't have nothing to do with that, but it's like a VA placement here in Spain. So I don't know how should I go about it at the start. Should I throw everything and offer and see what sticks, or
here's what I would do. Test it out in mass. Obviously, I would say 100 to 200 per offer, and then see how the market reacts. Whichever one seems to be doing the best, you double down on that. If there's the case where there's 2 that are doing pretty much the same, I would just keep testing them until one of them is doing much better than the other, and that's what you double down on. It's like split testing. You have to do it with ads too. So you can do it with offers as well.
Yeah, and about that, because I was thinking about, depending on how the discovery goes, if I see that they are not quite a big company and it's not worth it for me to do a revenue share, to do the retainer or pay after. But if I think that could be one of the routes.
I mean,
but if
I wouldn't go that way, because small businesses are usually startups, and startups require capital, and most people just put capital from their own money, right? So, just because their business is small doesn't mean they don't have money.
No, yes, I understand. I think they have money. But I mean, if they are not a big company, it's not worth it, or they don't have the team to get for me to send them a lot of people, then it's not worth it for me to do a revenue share, and it's better for me so they pay me just a retainer and that's it.
Yeah,
do
but
you follow me?
Here's the thing: if you're going to try and target someone who already has high revenue, why would they need you
to scale? If they are doing, let's say, 50K a month, and they have the team in place to be able to
50K revenue,
a month, for example,
and
they want to go to not e-commerce, like solar, construction.
That's not very high.
I know, to be honest, I know how much would be high.
I mean, that would be just a few installations a month.
Yes, one installation is like 5K to
exactly. Yeah,
but I mean, because I've been talking with some of them previously, and some of them are not even companies, they are just installers. So if I send them 5 installations a month, they are not able to fulfill, because each installation takes quite some time. So I was thinking, if they are not able,
okay,
so if they're not able to get a lot of clients, so they pay me a retainer.
Your problem is if they can't fulfill. That's easy. You just qualify them in the call. Be like,
exactly.
Hey, how many people are you able to fulfill? You can even say because we can bring you as many people as we possibly can. We've had clients where we've brought 5 to 10 people in a month and they weren't able to fulfill, so we had to stop working with them. So we want to make sure that you're able to fulfill. And then you get that accountability where they're like, oh shit, this guy is able to actually do it.
So will you separate if they say, hey, yeah, I'm just able to take 3 installations? So
How
I
many
sell
clients do
them
you
the
have?
0. No, I haven't started.
Then yeah, I would take that.
Take that, and not the revenue share if they have the
No, don't
capacity.
worry about revenue share right now.
Okay.
You can charge them per installation. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Okay. The last thing that is kind of the problem that I encountered. So it looks like the permissions from the government and things like that to do the installations can take up to 3-4 months. So
Doesn't matter. If you get them a client, you get paid. Why would you have to wait?
okay.
3 to 4 months for the client to pay, or
No,
or what?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay, you have to look into that.
For them to do the installation.
Right.
But
Well,
I don't know if they pay before or when it's already approved by the government.
I mean, they probably sign a contract and pay after. That's usually how a service works. So, or actually, I'm not exactly sure. You'll have to look into that if it's paid before or after. That might affect you as well.
If it's after, how will you go about that?
If it's after, I would try and still get paid before. If they say no, try and do like a 50-50, like, all right, pay me half now and then pay me half when it's done.
That's good.
Or you can just do a monthly retainer.
Okay, yeah, I like the 50-50. I haven't thought about that. Okay.
Yo,
Yeah.
Ghazi.
Yeah, my bad. I just have like a few more things. Just
Yeah,
I mentioned that, like I was working with wedding photographers.
Uh-huh.
And it's a little bit of like a hard niche to sell. So a lot of people aren't really, in it. It's a pretty like undersaturated. Like, most of these people haven't gotten a lot of messages from agencies or anything like that. I just want to know like what you think about the niche, because it's, there's a pretty limited audience, because I'm obviously only selling to people that are engaged or like recently engaged.
Yeah, it's a small niche. It's also not something where, I don't know how to put it. It's kind of like VA placements. You're going to suffer from the same problem as me, where it's one-time jobs. Not for your clients, but for your clients' clients.
Yeah,
because no one's going to get married twice.
exactly.
Yeah, what was the question? What I think
So
of the niche.
yeah, what do you think about the niche in general? And also if you like know anyone that does anything in that area.
No, I have not. Yeah, that's also true, Charger. Most of the people who are doing wedding photography are working part-time.
Oh yeah, I already think like to deal with that, I just make sure that I'm targeting like pretty experienced. Like I know how to like, find people that are already doing it full time or.
Yeah, I wouldn't even try and scale them too much. I would just do some sort of low ticket SaaS that is somewhat done for you. So pretty much what you're doing, I think that's a good way to go. That's what I would do too.
And the other thing was just, where do I how can I talk to you about your mentorship stuff?
You can DM me.
Okay. All right.
Marathon, before I get to your thing, I just want to show something really quick. So I made this website template. Well, I didn't make it. I paid someone to make it, obviously. But for you guys, it was, I think it's really, really clean. And yeah, like I haven't made the tutorial on how to edit the stuff and import it. But if you guys use WordPress and Elementor, I can send it right now. If not, just wait like 1 or 2 days and I'll have like a whole tutorial built out. And that's when the new agency template comes out as well. So I'll be able to release all of that. But yeah. Go on, Marathon.
So I have two questions. What do you think is the best outreach model or inbound or outbound model for e-commerce niche?
E-commerce is very complicated for outreach, bro. Because like the easiest way is email outreach, but the conversions are shit. The hardest one is cold calling, but it's super, super effective. It's complicated because it's hard to find the numbers. And typically anything that is related to, lead generation softwares are low quality. So, I mean, e-commerce, I would probably say DM outreach, reaching out to the business itself through Instagram, Facebook is probably like one of the go-tos. If not, going on those social medias and trying to find their numbers.
What about I find the owners of the e-commerce store?
I've seen that. I've tried that through softwares like Sales SQL and LinkedIn
From LinkedIn.
Navigator
Yeah.
as well. But the quality is just, it's just not there.
Not good.
But if you're doing mass, then definitely give it a go.
Okay, so my second question is, what do you think about Max Person's website? Because I copied it and I think it looks great.
All right, so that's your first problem, copying. We just spoke about this in this entire call was based on that.
Yeah,
Um,
but you know, it looks great.
Yeah, it looks
I did
great.
not
But
completely
guess what?
copy
Your
it.
website will never be as good as his.
Yeah, it's true.
You will never be able to have a better website than him because he made that website. Just like
Yeah.
I can give you my literal example. Like, what do you think of this website?
It's clean and great.
Cool. What do you think of the website that I currently use? If it'll load. This is not my website.
It
This
is.
is, I think, what's his name? Sander Stage's template.
It looks the same, but
It looks
the
pretty
animations
similar,
are
right?
different. Yeah.
So I cannot use this website anymore because it's not mine, right? I don't want to do something that's someone else is already doing, right? So I made my own for you guys to
Yeah.
use. You guys can change all the images. You guys can change all the text. You guys can add sections. I put the testimonials. I know that some of you guys don't have clients, so you can just delete this or hide it until after you get testimonials, but it's really, really important to have those. And then the calendar link obviously is easily changeable. But
Okay.
bro, like if you find something that looks good, don't just copy it. I promise you that's the worst thing to do.
Okay, so I should change it. Okay.
100%. You can get inspired by it, but just don't copy it.
I didn't copy the text or something. I just like copied the design. Like I have a video in the main page. Then I scroll down, I have some like text about us,
Okay,
like
then that's
how
fine.
we operate.
Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this call. Make sure to thank Charles. His name is Venice in the Discord. I thought that presentation was sick when he first showed me, and I was like, yo, like let's show this in the Origins call. And yeah, if you guys want that template early, like let me know. If not, out in a few days with a whole tutorial on how to upload it for free and change everything. All right, guys.
All
I
right.
appreciate
Thank you,
all
Charles.
coming,
Thank you, Arturo.
and I'll see you guys in a bit.
Good. Thank you, Arturo.
See you.
Bye bye.